this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is the sketch inspiration that I'm going to do, and it's a double page spread. So what I decided to do is that I have got a stack of photos that I thought I've already scrapbooked, but I didn't. And they are the very last time we went to the Pumpkin Festival in Luxembourg, Germany. And so I got out my collection that I got from Christina over at the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And it's the Again and Again collection. So I am going to be doing 6 photos. And at the end of the process video, my pictures will be there, but it was kind of a gloomier day, so sorry for the photos will look a little bit oddball-ish, but you'll still be able to see the true. Now, I did do some things off camera after I was done, because I thought I was done, and then I kind of looked at it and I was like, this looks like it needs a little bit more, and so I add a few things. So when we get closer to the end, I'll tell you what I added. But for right now, I am following this sketch pretty well. The only thing that I don't do that's in this sketch that is not on this layout, they do all stars, and I don't do that. And they didn't add this piece of paper that I'm doing right here. I added this onto the layout as well, just because I wanted it a little bit differently, because I'm not adding that big old star to it. And the photos are the front part of Luxembourg, the palace that's there. Except for this one photo on this one side, it is the back of it. But the front of it it's got all of this flowers and water fountains and water gardens and you name it, all of that is all there. And it's just I just love that area. I've gone multiple times to this area. Josh, on the other hand, hasn't gone all that much. I think he's probably, when we did do this, I think he went once or twice, I think. But I've went multiple times just because I love this place. I've gone quite a bit of times. And I've already scrapbooked the other photos that we have taken, but this particular time, my son wasn't in any of the photos because he was already living with his dad. So this was where it was a little bit different for me. Then normally I always have pictures of like Austin and them in it because this is the fall time. Where this one was the first time that I had where it was just my daughter. And my daughter was just 4 years of age when we went, or 4 or 5, I think. Because we came over because she was in kindergarten. So 5. Something like that. I can't remember. I think maybe she was just strictly 4. Because I think her last birthday over there was 4. And then she turned 5 because she's just 7 now. So yeah, it's she had to have been just freshly 4, something like that. Because this was taken in September and her birthday's in August. So I took this sticker and I cut it in half, and I wanted to add a little bit more of something different to add to it, and then I placed this photo there. And I try to keep as much as possible as a double page spread, and it happened to be where I had to like move one of them because it wasn't quite working well for me. So I decided to chain stitch along this, and I don't show this on camera at all, but I take a chain stitch and I place everything out, and what I'm getting out is the stamp set from this collection, and I've already got it. There's the blue strip. And that's the chain stitch that I placed along. And right now it looks a little weird, but you'll get the picture once I get done with why. Oh, excuse me. I did what I did. So the moths that are a part of this stamp collection in this, that's what I place along here to replace the stars that are on the 2-page spread, double page spread. And I thought that this was perfect to do a double page spread. I don't do them all that often, but I do love to get tons of photos on one page just so that I can say that I'm done and not have to try to figure out how I'm going to scrapbook 8 gazillion photos. And I do have quite a bit of this one left over, but it's going to work out pretty good. Now I'm just going through everything, making sure it's all perfect, making sure that everything's looking good. I add the moths in a gray color. So I got out close to my heart charcoal and pewter, and that's what I use. And I did do a little design along the top and the bottom off camera, because 2-page spreads takes a long while to do, so I did a little bit off camera. And like I said, thought I was done when I waved my hands, and then I sent it over to Amy, and Amy's like, I would add more. And I'm like, I don't know what to add. So then I pondered, and I watched a YouTube video, and then I came back to it, and I was like, oh, I could do this, this, and this. And then me, the dummy, didn't record it. But essentially, you'll see it in the still shots. So I hope that everyone's having a great Monday. This is, if you're watching this on a Monday. If not, I hope you're having a great day any day. This is day 4 of my hand issue that I'm having, arm and hand issue. So if you don't follow me on social media, on Friday morning, I woke up to my hands being numb. Now, and what I mean by being numb is I seriously thought they were just asleep because I slept on them a funky donkey or something like that, and that I would just go upon our way. Well, I physically now, this is day, when I, 1, 2, 3. So when I do this voiceover, it's on day 3, but when this goes up, it'll be day 4. But on that Friday morning, I couldn't, the best way I can explain it is, they're swollen, and it's like if you've ever been pregnant before and you've retained water and you feel like the salt is just running to your fingertips and it makes your fingers swollen and fat, that's what they feel like. And it didn't go away. So I thought, okay, well, the state of Georgia had a pretty big snap of weather change. We had a snap of weather change, and what I mean by that is our weather changed, drastically overnight. We were, 70s, 80s, and then we dropped to 30s and 40s overnight, and then it only got warm to, 90, not 90, 50 degrees, 60 degrees. So it was a big change, so I thought I was just chucking it up to that. I was like, I didn't think nothing of it. Well, then Saturday morning, I woke up. And when I woke up Saturday morning, it was, worse than Friday morning. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll take myself to the emergency room and figure it out, because the way it was feeling, I didn't want to mess around, if it was my heart or whatever, because if you don't know, women don't get their heart attacks or anything that deals with the heart disease, heart attacks, strokes, or any of that sort, how men do. Women's is different. Women's can find that both sets of arms can go. It's maybe having your monthly cycle, whatever the case may be. It could feel like you're bloated, but it's your heart. Where guys, it just kind of radiates to one side, and it'll stay on that one side, and then that's what the heart does to recognize that you're having a heart attack or a stroke or something like that. Well, this was in both my arms. So I went in, they did all the blood work, they did all the testing, they put in an IV, they did a CT scan, all of that. And the nurse, or the doc, I should say, I've had her before, and I really do like her. She is very different. She will tell you if she can't do something. And so she tested everything that she could. Well, I'm going back in today, which is when this goes up. I'm going back in to get the rest of the testing done, because I got to figure out why my hands are falling asleep. So it's so weird. But anyway, as I was going through this, here on the second page, I know that I'm adding little bits to this. Like I said, the still shots will show what extra I do. I do shimmers off camera. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.